decades ago it was. Call our law firm's McLaren Sexual Abuse Helpline right now at 800-691-1853. 800-691-1853. 691-1853.
Water restrictions don't mean your trees need to suffer. Hand watering, using a soaker hose, and drip systems are all allowed. Our trees will need plenty of water this summer to survive. So, give newly planted trees at least 15 gallons a week to keep them alive and thriving. Give mature trees a once or twice monthly
COVID-era eviction moratorium. I'm Natalie Pavilion.
Data about election workers illegally stored on servers in China. I'm Brian Ping. It's midnight.
CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Christopher Cruz in Washington. President Biden will travel to southwestern Florida today to survey some of the extensive damage done by Hurricane Ian. CBS News White House correspondent Stephen Portnoy says Mr. Biden will meet with a man who may run against him in 2024.
The president will meet with small business owners and residents who've suffered losses. He'll attend a briefing on the efforts to help them recover, led by his FEMA administrator, Florida's Republican Governor Ron DeSantis. Biden's press secretary says any political differences will be set aside for the moment.
Police say a serial killer appears to be on a mission throughout the fatal shooting of 5 men, and the wounding of 1 woman. Ballistics tests and some video evidence have linked the crimes in Stockton and Oakland, California, about 70 miles apart. Stockton Police Chief Stanley McFadden.
At this time, we don't know if it's a person or persons. We have absolutely no evidence that connects a person or persons to any of these incidents.
Singer Loretta Lynn has died. The daughter of a coal miner wrote songs about life and love that put her on top of the country music industry. Loretta Lynn says the songs were about
whatever has bothered me in the time.
And what often bothered her was her husband, Oliver. He was known as Dude. His cheating, drinking ways inspired plenty of Loretta's music.
And don't drink with loving on your mind.
She wrote about her turbulent marriage in her autobiography, Coal Miner's Daughter, later turned into a popular film.
I'm right. I better not ever catch you with trash like that again.
Still, the couple stayed married for 48 years, till his death in 1996.
He was not just my husband, he was my dad. He was everything.
Jim Taylor, CBS News. Lynn died Tuesday at her home in Tennessee. She was 90. Major water problems for farmers in California, says CBS's Steve Futterman.
According to the California Department of Water Resources, more than 1,200 wells have run dry this year. More than 94% of the state is now in a severe, extreme, or exceptional drought.
Some scary moments for South Koreans, says reporter Alex Jensen in Seoul.
People in South Korea's coastal city of Gangneung reportedly worried they might be under attack, but the South's military later admitted a ballistic missile it had test-fired crashed.
South Korean troops had joined the American military in a show of force after North Korea's missile test over Japan a day earlier. Stocks in Hong Kong soared 5% on Wednesday, leading gains in Asian markets. The recovery followed 2 strong days on Wall Street. Tuesday, the Dow, S&P 500, and NASDAQ all up about 3%. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
Dad, I don't feel good.
Go grab the Vicks Dayquil Kids, honey.
Isn't Dayquil just for parents?
Actually, Vicks Dayquil Kids, honey, is just for kids. Specially designed to treat kids' most bothersome cold symptoms quickly with a honeylicious tasting flavor kids like.
You know what else kids like?
Dayquil Kids, honey, first, then video games.
Deal. Vicks Dayquil Kids Honey. The kids' honeylicious daytime coughing, congestion, stuffy head, stuffy nose medicine. Safe for ages 6+.
It's Superstart Battery Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get up to a $25 gift card after mail-in rebate with purchase of select like Superstart batteries. For power, performance, and reliability, choose Superstart batteries. We also have battery solutions for many hybrid and electric vehicles. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts today. O'Reilly Auto Parts. We may not know who the next James Bond will be, but we know who he won't be.
Producer Michael G. Wilson tells Deadline you can't go too young because Bond's a veteran who's been through wars, and you can't skew too old. He says a 30-something works best. That would rule out talk of 45-year-old actor Tom Hardy and 50-year-old Idris Elba. There's also been talk of Bridgerton's 34-year-old Regé-Jean Page playing 007. The outgoing Daniel Craig was 38 when he took over the role from Pierce Brosnan in 2006. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
The New York Yankee slugger Aaron Judge has hit his 62nd home run of the season, breaking Roger Maris's American League record set in 1961. Maris's record had been exceeded 6 times previously, but all of those times were tainted by accusations of steroid use by the batters. Christopher Cruz, CBS News.
This is KNX News, 97.1 FM.
The people you know.
The voices you trust.
At 12:05, I'm Bob Brill. Very pleasant good morning to you. A woman dies when her car goes over a cliff and falls 300 feet in Palos Verdes. LA's long-standing COVID-19 eviction moratorium coming to an end early next year. Those stories in 90 seconds. Or so, we're checking together in 10 minutes on the 5, 90 Complex.
We've had a crash being reported in Santa Clarita on the 5 south at Cal Grove. This is right where Caltrans has a couple of lanes. Southbound 5 from Cal Grove to the 14 to the New Home Pass. And Silmar, the West 210 connector, the southbound 5 is currently shut down. And we do have a closure of the 5 north. The connectors to the 118, both east and west, are also shut down. Got a crash. This is a new crash reported just about 10 minutes ago. 101 south of Lankershim Boulevard, Universal City. We've got a vehicle overturned, and that appears to be blocking the off-ramp. That vehicle is on its side, and there is debris in lanes. Again, that's the 101 south at Lankershim Boulevard. Northbound 405 connector to the North 101 in Sherman Oaks is currently shut down. Checking out your drive downtown looks fairly good. I do see one connector closed, though, that will slow you down if you're coming out of Hollywood, and that's the southbound 101 to the south 110. That will be closed until about 5 a.m. We've got the southbound 110 Collector Road at 5th Street completely shut down, and you're going to be a bit slow through Diamond Bar. Got a couple of lanes closed on the South 57 from the 60 to Pathfinder. Next report at 12:15 on KNX News, 97.1 FM.
Take a look at the picture clear this morning. Got some early, partly cloudy skies and some patchy low cloud fog coming in, mainly along the coast in Orange County and along LA County beaches. Sunny and clear later in the morning. Winds about 15 miles an hour. Overnight lows will be in the 50s and 60s. Beach highs today in the 70s, upper 80s in the basin valleys will be in the 90s again. And Orange County coastals will be in the 70s, 80s in the inland areas. Currently, Chino Hills at 68, Arcadia 65, Burbank at 68, and in Garden Grove at 66 degrees at 12:07. A car went over a cliff in Palos Verdes, the death of the driver. Vehicle fell about 300 feet into the water. Single vehicle crash was reported just before 5 o'clock in the area of Rafael Del Mar near Palos Verdes High School, according to Los Angeles County Fire Department spokesman Henry Navarez.
The paramedics made their way down the cliff, and when they got to the vehicle was in a condition where the doors wouldn't open up. So after forcing entry, they discovered that there was just one female inside the vehicle, and unfortunately she had died from her injuries.
Helicopter was used along with first responders to bring the body to the top of the cliff. The car was submerged in a few feet of water. No other occupants were found inside the vehicle, causing the crash under investigation. A vote by the LA City Council brings an end to the COVID-19 era eviction moratorium.
It's been pushed back several times. Protection now lifted on January 31st of next year. City Council President Mary Martinez saying it's taken months for the Housing Department to come back with a report to address each transition with a compromise on both the landlord and tenant side.
Now it is time that we not only keep people off the streets, but we also protect people's housing and preserve their financial well-being.
Emotions from public comment ran high on both sides.
This temporary measure has turned into a 2.5-year nightmare for our clients, whose only crime was to provide housing for a community that needs more housing.
People have not recovered.
Our landlords